and stuff.
Braxon's actually thinking that we should pull off to the side when we're approaching the lake, not when we get to the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
What time is it?
Maybe back here.
I was
What
looking
time
at
is it?
the
It's 2 p.m.
mouth of the river.
No, that's too too close.
I suggest that we wait a while because if this is, let's say, one of the few sources of water, then animals will come down. They're bound to come down, and we'll be able to see them if we wait and are quiet for a bit.
I'll point out it's better to pick an animal that's closer to the base than one that's further away.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think we should stop about there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I will also need to somehow come up with appropriate bait for them. So that's going to be...
Fish.
Well, yeah, if it's a carnival. But
Right,
you might find like the equivalent of a deer, so...
I'm going to say that you can cover 2 hexes per turn rowing, including the one that you're starting in.
So we'd...
So, where did you want to stop?
I think we should stop when we get so we can see the lake, which I think is about there.
Okay.
Rather than get all the way up to the lake there, where we might be seen.
Yeah, right there seems to be good if you don't be... Because Yeldan thought about it and he realized how big this... They'd probably be patrolling that whole clear area if they're up to no good.
Okay, so that'll take about 30 minutes to get through. Okay. As you are pulling up, I assume you're going to pull up on the quote-unquote northern side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just move you right here.
Hang on. Isn't that the southern side?
I thought we were going to the northern side.
It is, but I mean, that's the hex that it's in. It's fine.
Oh.
Okay.
Because to get into the other hex, I mean, you're on the shore, but you can see the lake, but you cannot see the stockade from here. And as you are pulling up, you can see on the southern side. You can see some creatures watching from the woods. Give me a wisdom check, Yeldan. I'll give you more information. What's your wisdom?
16.
Good. Well, you had a bonus anyways because you're, this is your type of terrain and everything like that. You catch some glimpses of movement and, yellow eyes here and there. It appears that, just at the edge of the forest on the southern side are is a pack of wolves. They're not baying, they're not coming towards you. They're just wolves. It's a pack of wolves.
Okay.
Leva glares at Lafdul and packs Tayan into her backpack.
I was not thinking anything bad.
I look at just a pack of wolves on the other side. It's not, unless there's a ford across the river somewhere nearby, it's not likely they range both sides of the river.
Well, so far you haven't seen anything particularly dangerous in the river itself. It's just fish. So, and wolves can swim, you know that. So they could swim over.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking, I don't care how, I don't know exactly if this is true, but I feel like something like a natural border, like a river, that wolves would use that as a way to make it easier to keep track of their territory.
That seems reasonable.
So that's why Yeldan was not likely to cross the river to look on things on the other side of the river.
there any tracks when we land that Yeldan can track?
He's been paying attention to the wolves.
No, I mean when we land, I would mention it to him.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll have a look around for the tracks. Roll
No.
a check.
Well,
Check.
yeah, that and any telltale signs of any animals.
How expansive is your checking gonna be?
I'm gonna search probably a good chunk of the beat that we landed on. But I'm not gonna go into the woods to search.
Okay, I'm gonna say that that's gonna be 10 minutes of checking around. And what is your tracking proficiency?
6 plus 1.
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit.
16 plus 1.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, up at the, maybe about 60 to 80 feet away from where you pull up on the shore, you do notice some boot prints in, the mud at the shore. Let me give
What
you
size?
They're humanish. So that could be anything from dwarves to humans, orcs, hobgoblins, that sort of thing. But
What kind of tread do they have?
Kind of a standard, hiking tread.
So not like a tread that may be warranted to an expensive type of shoe. Okay.
It's a little bit hard to say, but no, I mean, they could be expensive boots, but they're not boots for comfort. They're definitely boots for traveling.
Durable, so it doesn't snare or tear or tag.
Which direction are they going?
They come down to the shore and then go back into the woods. Right.
Looks like as if they stopped to get water
further.
and then went left, continued on.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Which direction do they come in from and depart from?
They just basically beeline straight from the forest and then go back into the forest. If there's more, you'd have to go into the forest to check.
Okay. I'm gonna go into the forest a bit to check then.
Are they heavy set footprints? As in...
Oh yeah, the weight.
Yeah, you might be able to get a better idea.
Are you with him and asking this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just following his lead. I'm just offering suggestions, doing nothing else.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
They don't look heavy. So either they're, not overweight or exceptionally heavy humanoids. They don't appear overburdened, but you can't tell, that doesn't tell you whether they're human or elven or orcish or something like that.
Yeah.
No, well, my comparison was, all right, yeah, no, fair enough. I also thought secondhandly when Ockar makes a footprint compared to, like, me, there's going to be a substantial difference, I seem.
There is, but
by the fact that you said it's not that, I would say all I can tell is they're not wearing heavy armor, like heavy or medium weight armor. They're probably wearing light.
They're ranger folk like you, probably.
You'd
Maybe.
guess that there's at least 4 and less than 8. It's kind of hard to say because they're moving together.
Oh, I found more footprints now after I entered the wood.
What I mean is it's not just one person that made the footprints.
Ah.
That's what I mean.
How many traveling companions was he expected to have?
Oh crap! What did I do?
You
It
just
moved the
shifted the
map
map
slightly.
slightly.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to messed anything up. Everything seemed to move with it.
Okay. Well, it did, because now you're... No, it did. Alright, hold on a second. Let me...
Oh yeah,
Oh,
now
it's not
that
centered.
Yeah, give me a second. I was on the wrong layer. That needs
Are there
to
aged
come
foot
down.
tracks?
no, that's
Um,
it's a good
Like-
point.
is there like fresh and old?
I think that's about as close as I'm going to get to where it was.
Yeah.
Note to self, do not... I wish that you could lock things in, because I accidentally went to the map and background rather than objects and tokens.
Oh.
I'm going to move you up here now.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can figure out how old the tracks are.
Let's see.
So we got humanoids living here. Do you think they look sentient?
It's not about living. It's about, well, probably.
They're intelligent. They build stuff.
Examining it more closely, it looks like you've actually got some old footprints layered over with newer footprints. These newer footprints appear to be 3 days old. The older ones are just older than that.
So it's as if it's the same person coming back to the same.
Are there any animal footprints next to the humans or human-like? Like they might have like
Hidden city.
animals with them. Oh.
I'm gonna go into the woods then and have a look around to see which direction they come from and which way they go.
Okay, they definitely came from the direction of the lake, and they definitely go in the direction of downstream. So it looks like they're
Okay.
staying within the edge of the forest and going down, going downstream, and they came from the direction of the lake.
They're avoiding the forest. It
And
might be
then-
for good reason.
Probably
Could be.
doesn't want to get, depending on how relatively forest-wise they might just not want to get lost by losing sight of the river.
Is there a tree to climb up?
There's plenty of trees to climb up.
You get a better
Okay.
view.
Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do is I'll
You're gonna jump up onto a tree with your ring.
Yes.
How far ahead are you two?
We're not that far ahead. We're just at the edge of the woods at this point.
Yeah.
Are you talking loud enough for us to hear?
No.
Okay. I'll shut up then.
It would take
Sure,
you guys
yeah.
about 10 minutes to get to where they are anyway. So that's too far to hear.
I'll use my ring to jump up one of the trees and have a look around.
I was joking when I said that, but sure. Because if you don't
That's what I was thinking of
judge
anyways.
the branch very well, the branch might just snap because you haven't got acrobatics or anything. So
Let me check to see what you can do with the ring. Hold on a second.
I'm not trying to go full height, but
Lafdul's totally
about
not being
halfway
jealous.
up the tree.
All right, well, you can jump 10 feet straight up. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
That's what I thought it would.
Rolls a 20. Headbutts the branch.
7. My
Aw.
dex is an 8.
Okay, you grab onto a branch and pull yourself up. Looking at the tree that you're now in, about 10 feet up, you wonder kind of why you did that, because there's plenty of handholds to get up to where you just got to. But you can continue climbing higher if you want.
Yeah, if I can go high, I'll keep going higher until I get a good view of the area.
Okay.
I wanted to test out the ring. I knew exactly why I wanted to do that.
You can't see the lake from here because you're on the edge of a slope of a hill, slight. I mean, you can see the start of the lake, but you can't see the encampment. So you can basically see, down this way. You can see the other shore and everything like that, but you can't see over this way. And am I?
Okay.
I am on the right thing. Okay.
I'll head back down and I'll look at the tracks again. Does it seem like after they go one way, do they come back the other way? Is it?
No, you only
like
see them
back
going in one
towards
direction.
camp? Okay. And the last one was 3 days old, you said?
Somewhere around there.
Okay, I'll head back to the rest of the group and I'll tell them what I found.
Tracks?
Yeah, the last one was 3 days old though. Round
I'm
about
also
that.
heading
So
back.
it seems like I don't know how. Okay, actually, was I able to tell how often it was like?
No, because of the fact that they seem to be kind of walking over each other. There may have been other tracks of maybe where they weren't doing that, but you didn't see them.
Okay. So yeah, the last set was 3 days old. I can't tell how far apart they were, so how like the time in between. So it's possible that another patrol's coming around or not, because that's what it seems like to me as a patrol.
Oh, they're gathering water.
Well, the thing is they're going to the beach and then they're going back to get water, but they continue on that way, continue up down the river,
Oh,
and there isn't any tracks of them back up the river.
What I will say is if we're going outwards into the forest, we cover up Higgimus's tracks because they're very distinctive.
Why would they walk downstream to get water? That doesn't make sense.
It's probably because they're patrolling and they
Flowing.
stop here. They go here on a regular basis to get water in the patrol. How I would.
Are you talking about someone coming from the lake down to here and stopping to collect water?
I was
It's
just
not-
assuming.
It's not. They're not here just to collect water because otherwise they would have just went straight back the way they came. They keep going along the river though.
Back the way we came from. Do you mean back the way we came from? Or did they go into the woods?
It was towards the lake, right? It's what you said?
They come from the lake down river.
So going west.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
keep going back, but there's no sign of them coming back up, which doesn't mean that they were scouts who got killed by beasts in this
Right.
world,
So it's possible
or
that
that they came back through the woods somewhere else.
yeah, but it's possible if that base is empty that these footsteps you've just seen are people being walked down the river.
It's only one person.
No, I said between
Oh.
4 and 8.
4
people.
and 8.
Oh yeah, yeah. It is 4 and 8 people. I thought you said it was one person walked over multiple times.
How's that compare to the crew of the good guys we're looking for?
You actually did not get a specific number because that wasn't really. It was kind of a him and friends, but a conservative estimate was somewhere between 10 and a dozen dwarves.
Right. Okay.
So not enough.
Let's head east through the woods then and get
I'm
to that
gonna
camp.
go in case it is what I think it is, an actual patrol. I'm gonna go a bit deeper than the tracks are, rather than
Fair
my
enough.
original plan, which was to get the edge for the first bit.
Yeah. Well, how about we go east to this camp, get that out of the way, and then we can follow your footsteps to see if they go up to that other lake or see whether they go somewhere else.
Whatever can take down 12 dwarves is obviously more than 12 people, we assume. We can assume.
Or someone with magical powers.
Hmm.
Could be someone
Anyway,
brainwashing them.
yeah, I'm gonna head in. Basically, rather than just skirting the edge like they did, I'm gonna go a bit deeper into the woods and then continue on.
But still just go the one hex to the east.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I follow him?
Well, does everyone want to go, or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeldan, how far do you want us to hang behind you?
But
Well, I want to be with him ideally because I can hide
Yeah,
just
okay.
as well as him.
How far do you two want us to hang behind you?
probably 10 feet, not that close yet. No, so what I'm planning is going to the next tent and getting you guys set up in a temporary.
Yeah.
Spot
No,
to
I
hang
see what you
out.
mean. What I mean is, if we got Higgimus with us and he's making a noise, and I might need to walk behind Higgimus and brush his footprints or something. If we're doing this, then we've got to hang back a bit. What do you think?
Yeah,
10 foot,
10
50 foot?
10 foot, because there's still that way you're still in shouting distance.
All right. Give us a hand signal when you need us to stop.
Yep. So yeah, I'll keep an eye out for any more humanoid tracks as well, and but otherwise keep an eye on the surroundings for animals and stuff. Because
Do you
even though this
do you-
place was safer, is the
do you have
key
an
that-
idea? Do you have an idea what sort of humanoids those were?
No,
No, we
couldn't
couldn't.
tell. They're wearing boots, unless I could see the back. And if they weren't wearing boots, went toes, then I'd see the toes maybe.
Yeah.
Actually, Lafdul's going to change his footprints to. Could I do those? You know, when we were on that rock, those serpents, did they have feet or did they have just tails?
They were just all tailed.
Those
yeah.
those
Ah,
ogre
yes.
things. They were tails. Oh, I
Wait.
was thinking of.
Wait.
You know, when we
The
claimed this
one-
this asteroid rock, those
those guys.
those aquatic ogres, do they have feet?
Oh, the marrow. Yeah,
so I was trying
have
to
feet.
imprint
They have
that impression.
feet. Let me see what you can do.
I'll just point out.
It's
I
just
would
something
say
that's
if
not
you're gonna do
humanoid,
something,
basically,
it's-
to throw them off.
I would say you're better off making your tracks look or have no tracks at all.
Can I? I don't. Yeah. Well, if I have a beastal track, it looks like there's some kind of predator tracking them for them, so they might not think to pursue us.
We're not following tracks.
All right, so you are telling the boots to change your tracks, and you want them to be like the aquatic ogres that you saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I get anything?
Yeah, as you start walking, the footprints that you leave behind, and this is kind of weirding everyone else out a little bit. They are. They don't appear webbed, but they are large and barefoot humanoid tracks, substantially larger than yours.
So I get that. I noticed that. I was like, that's way too different for
Do you have another suggestion?
actual beasts and animals, like wolf tracks.
Alright, no, I will try a suggestion at Yeldan, whatever Yeldan suggests. I'll
Wolf
try
tracks,
something.
like the wolves we saw on the other side of the river. Make it dire wolf tracks. I've heard those possibly here.
Can I
Won't
change
that
them again?
confuse trackers if there's one track that starts as human
Oh, I rubbed
shoes
them out.
and then switches to ogres and then changes to wolf? There's something wrong with that.
Yeah, I rub out the
Well,
ogre
if
tracks and I
it's
change
better,
them.
I've been making. I guess we actually no. I guess we haven't. But I was thinking we were hiding our tracks.
No, I'm just trying to
No one
confuse
said
them.
that, but you also haven't moved very far yet because you're just kind of planning
Yeah.
this out. You command your boots to leave dire wolf tracks, but the tracks that they leave appear to be about the same size as a normal wolf, according to Yeldan.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It might confuse them a bit, or
So
it doesn't matter.
you could take some time and go back and clear up the tracks that you guys have already left. You haven't gotten very far.
Yeah, I was like, it's speaking of tracks, we should probably just clear up the tracks we've left. But behind, so if we want, we go back and then do that.
Can we just leave my tracks, which is the wolf print ones?
Can Braxon cut off a branch to use as a brush and just sweep along at the back behind Higgimus?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that then.
Okay.
But he's not skilled in it, so whether it works or not is another thing.
Right.
So it's gonna like a giant slugs just passed through. Well, it's better. Well, the thing is, if it's gonna look so obvious, then you might as well not.
So, you've made these plans. You're ready to get underway. You want to head towards the stockade.
Uh-huh.
How long does it take to travel one?
Here, because it's rough and fairly dense, you're on the slope of a hill. It takes about 40 minutes to get to that next hex.
To estimate how long. All right, so I'll probably use it here.
Yeldan would say to wait.
You want to wait?
You still can't see the stockade from where you are, by the way.
All right, we can't really go. Can we say we only went half the distance of a tile? Because about like halfway through, I'd probably want to cast it.
I mean, you can.
I would suggest we wait until we start get 20 minutes into the journey towards Stockade.
It's only good in forested area, though.
Do
yeah,
we
I know,
actually
but
know?
we don't...
Do we know how far away the house is, the place? Or are we sort of stalking along and hoping at some point in the future it will turn up?
You know it's on the shore of the lake, and you can see the southern edge of the lake.
But that doesn't mean that we know how far away it actually is.
I would say...
From what he saw from above.
So I'm only asking because if you cast your spell without us knowing when we'll actually encounter anything, it may just go blop at the end, and 10 minutes after it stops, we encounter stuff. So I suggest that we wait until the first person actually sees something, and then you cast your spell.
Well, Yeldan's actually going to get you guys to wait here. This hex. Because I would think Yeldan has a bit of an estimate, and it's like, okay, took us about 40 minutes to travel that far, so it would take us about 40 minutes to get it.
Yeah, now you could move faster, Yeldan, a bit faster, because Higgimus is the one slowing you down.
Yep,
he's got a slow gait. You know, I mean, you could scout out ahead while everyone else works up, and you could come back to them.
Yeah, well, if Lafdul can keep up,
I'm just following your lead at the moment.
Yeldan's gonna say, or go as like I let them know that we're gonna go farther ahead, because he thinks we're getting pretty decently close from what he remembers seeing from above. So basically, he wants to go to the next hex while the rest of the people are still working their way through the other hex.
Okay. Lafdul, you want to go too?
Yeah, I'm staying with G-Man.
Okay.
If he's stealthing, I'm stealthing.
Yeah, and at this point, he'll probably want to use his hide in shadows, which is why I'm wearing leather armor now.
All right. What's your score for that?
Without a massive 20% penalty, hide in shadows is 51%.
Mine
Okay, and
is
yours?
45, 45, both.
Okay, and you want to also try moving silently?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah,
It's 55 for me.
45 again.
Okay. Yeldan, well, I'll actually put it this way. Both of you are pretty sure that you can hear the other one's footsteps as you're moving. But
We're like
whether
talking to each
you've
other.
been able to successfully hide in shadows or not, you don't really know that. All right, so you guys head out ahead, moving a little bit faster than everyone else, and you want to like kind of move to the edge of the forest and scout out where the stockade is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then about when he thinks we're about 5 minutes out, this is when he thinks, or maybe 10 minutes out, he'll ask Lafdul to cast that spell he mentioned.
Yeah, camouflage.
Well, all right, never mind. Okay, so you
we
guys go
got
ahead.
a surprise because we're just 2 elves, didn't we? Get a surprise bonus if we surprise something.
Yeah, I have this down.
Yeah, I've got it down as well.
When alone or with other elves/halflings, non-metal armor, opponents suffer a -4 penalty to the surprise roll.
Yeah. All right. So you guys get to the edge of the forest, and as you're approaching the edge of the forest, you can clearly see. I'm just gonna use the token that's here. See, oops. Don't get on that one. All right. So you get there, and you can see the stockade now. You think and hope that you're still hidden.
Well, I got about 10. When Yeldan thought it was 10 minutes, he would ask to.
Yeah, it lasts like 40 minutes, so it'll give us enough time.
You wouldn't know until you can actually see it.
Okay.
All right. Well,
But when
basically,
we see it, go. So we pull back like 10, 20 feet, and then get Lafdul to cast that spell, and we'll stick to the woods and observe the stockade.
Okay. What exactly does the spell do, Lafdul?
All right. The concealed individuals can move while magically camouflaged, creeping slowly up to 10 feet each round. Trying to move faster, disperse the spell. As long as the movement is I can never pronounce the word, surreptitious
yeah,
and stealthy, the spell holds, as with the invisibility spell. If they attack, they get a +4 as if, normal invisibility bonuses.
Okay.
The concealed individuals cannot be detected except by magical or by moving stupidly.
I love that line. Or by moving stupidly.
Or until the spell wears off. So 40 minutes.
We never move stupidly.
Oh yeah, no, that never happens. All right, so you can observe the stockade. It's fairly good sized. There aren't towers per se, but there are slightly raised platforms at the corners, or at some of the corners, and there are catapults on those.
Oh.
As in anti-ship catapult?
They're heavy weapons. They're
to defend.
Same kind of catapults that you'd see on a ship. And you can see some individuals, manning those and walking about along them. There is some smoke drifting up from some fireplaces, some chimneys.
How many?
Go ahead.
How armored are they?
From here, it's difficult to say.
We should have brought a spyglass, damn it.
I have my spyglass.
Oh, that'll do.
I would have brought it. Yeah, I'll use my spyglass.
Oh, actually, I don't think.
Okay. So you can see they're looks like they're humans. although some of them appear a bit bigger than what you would expect for humans.
Half-orcs?
That you're not really sure. That Yeldan is not really sure. But there are people both manning the weapons and walking along the walls.
How many people can I count?
Let me see. I need to do a quick count. Give me a second. If I can find where I put down the these listings.
And I'll look for any sort of like signs of slavery as well.
You figure out which room I put these on. What number? There we go. Okay. Okay, you can see each of the catapults has one person on it at all time, and then walking between the walls, it looks like there's two guys on opposite walls at all times, just, moving about on patrol.
Okay.
You can see that there is a... looks like at least 4 roofed structures within the walls. One of them one is a long building all along the back wall, and the other 3 are somewhat freestanding structures within the confines of the wall. And you do not see a gate.
No sign of people in chains, anything like that?
No, you really can't see inside the walls. You're not quite high enough. But the gate is clearly not on the side that you're looking at.
Okay. Can I climb a tree without breaking a spell?
As long as it's not stupid, you don't mess it up.
Yeah, if you do it carefully.
Yeah, I'm not going to use the ring this time. I'm just going to carefully climb a tree.
Okay. Let's see. I think I made a note for climbing information. I did that in case you guys decided to climb the cliff.
I mean down the plateau?
Start from below and come up.
Oh, there's a cliff?
Well, these are
you
cliffs.
mean if I landed
These
off
are
the
cliffs.
plateau?
Yeah, like if you landed down below.
We were told it's safer on the plateau itself from the more deadly monsters, so...
Okay. You have a rate of, I think it starts at 40. Let me see what page this is on. All right.
I'm lightly encumbered.
Yeah.
Does if you're calculating speed.
That's your...
You're wearing leather armor.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, you start to climb up, and as you're pulling yourself up on one branch, it snaps. Give me a dexterity check.
My dex is 18.
Okay, you manage to grab another one as the branch falls away beneath you.
And I wince. And I look around. Immediately look at the wall.
Have I noticed it worn off? It's camouflage.
No, it doesn't look like it has. Seems okay.
Does it look like anybody on the wall reacted to that sound?
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
I look
Because
over.
I'm not using the spyglass at this point while I'm
Right.
climbing.
I would have assumed you'd put it out, put it away.
Yeah. So keep climbing until I'm above the height of the wall, basically.
Okay.
If nothing else happens.
All right. You climb as high as you feel safe to do. And you are on the tree is on a, already slightly higher than the stockade. And you're in a comfortable position. You want to try using the spyglass again?
Yep.
Okay. You can see inside the structure. Not you can see on the far wall that looks like there is a bit of a structure in the center of the wall that might be a gate. It's kind of hard to tell. And you do not see many people moving about inside the interior, but you're also, given the nature of the buildings that are there and stuff like that, there's still a lot that you can't see inside the stockade. What you do see, however, is that there is a round, spiky object inside there that's quite large. You realize that you saw some of it before, but it didn't quite register what it was. But now you can see that it's clearly a round spheroid covered in long, thin spikes. It's nothing that you've ever seen before.
Oh, so I'll have a. Is there any sigils of any kind of groups around?
Not that you can see.
So, since I have this, how many people do I guess are in place right now?
Well, you can see occasionally someone moving about the inside the structure, but there's a lot that you can't see inside there. The number of people that you've counted for sure is there's definitely 10 people on the wall, and a few more that you've seen about inside. And that's just the walls. You can't see inside. The buildings are they don't really have windows.
How many catapults are there?
4.
He's looking at this. He's thinking, no ship there. There's 4.
Yeah, Lafdul's too far away to make any suggestions. So, can Lafdul tell anything about the individuals? Can I tell if they're all just wearing like leather armor or?
No, but Yeldan, now that you're up there, they appear to be wearing. Let's see.
Just like any robed figures. They're the ones I'm worried about. Like a boss or something.
No, what I'm worried about is that spear in the middle.
Some are wearing metallic armor of some sort. You can't really tell for sure what it is. Others are either wearing no armor or non-metallic armor.
The spear with spiky spear is covered, right?
No, it's just kind of freestanding in the open area. The sphere itself is maybe
levitating.
10 to 15. No, I mean it's resting on spikes.
Oh.
How big is it?
The sphere itself without the spikes is 10 to 15 feet in diameter.
Oof. That's It's big. And I can't.
Sounds like a porcupine. They would recognise it if it was, wouldn't they?
Yeah, we've seen a porcupine before.
It's not a porcupine. Porcupines are much larger as well.
It's an armadillo.
No, an armadillo does not have spikes.
Is it an echidna?
I'm looking at it. I'm like,
It's not a dire hedgehog, is it, or something?
does it look like it could be magical?
It looks like it's made of wood.
Yes, and it's
Alright.
Sonic.
I think you'll find. I think you'll find there's no dire hedgehogs until Wizards of the Coast.
Old will make one up.
I'm like,
You see the people on the walls. The people on the walls have an assortment of weapons. You see some swords. You see some bows. You see some spears. You see some axes, and you see some crossbows.
okay. Catapults worry me, but what worries me is that middle thing object.
Hmm.
There doesn't look like to be any entrances on it on this side, right?
No. You mean on the sphere
How
itself?
far away? How far spaced out are the spikes?
They're pretty dense. So it's difficult to make out much, on the surface of the sphere itself. Like if it were smaller, if it were hand-sized, you think you could roll it and it would roll along the spikes. The spikes generally add like another 5 feet or so to the overall
Can I tell what type of wood it's made out of?
Not really. You're not a carpenter.
I thought I'd ask. It's like me. I might be able to recognize if it's made out of ironwood or something like that.
Is ironwood a thing in this edition?
Yeah.
Julius.
It's also really freaking rare.
Probably some on here.
Well, yeah, it makes wood as strong as iron. What do you expect?
Yeah. So after observing all this, they didn't seem to notice the snapping of the branch. Nobody seems to be working their way around. I'll sit there for a bit, see if somebody goes out the gate to have a look.
You feel pretty confident that you're far enough away that the snapping of a branch like that would not have really been heard. Now that you're up there and looking.
I'm gonna put the spyglass away and then head back down. I say, let's go back and meet up with the rest of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do a climbing roll. Okay. Now that you know what to look for on the on the tree, you get down very, very easily. Like.
Did you roll 100 or something? Or whatever.
I rolled a 1.
No, not 100.
Literally,
yeah, like...
literally 0-1. Can't get lower than that on a D100. All right, so now you're down on the ground.
That class is moving stupidly. He's too confident.
Is low rolls good or bad?
For D100, low roll is good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends on the chart.
Always gotta follow the chart.
Leva wants a higher roll when she gets a wild surge.
Yeah, fireballs get involved.
No, they go for the targets and not for myself.
All right, so now you're back down on the ground. What do you want to do?
Head back before
I'm gonna say I want to head back, meet up with the rest, talk to Leva about something, because she's our magic expert. She might know something.
Okay.
Okay. Can I find out something? Can I do something?
Well, I'm going to assume that you guys all meet up in this hex kind of thing, and so that'll be it's now about 4:30. No, I'm sorry, it's just about 5 p.m. now.
No, can I do a test, a check to see whether I recognize anything? You know, like a prickly pickle or something like that?
Wait, what?
I'm not sure what you're trying to investigate.
The
I'm gonna
sphere.
describe to her the strange sphere I saw in the middle of the camp, and see if she knows anything about it.
Okay.
Because
I
of
mean, she
magic.
says she's traveled a lot, so maybe she's seen something like that. Has
Yeah.
she?
You give me a spellcraft proficiency check.
Come on, Leva.
Spellcraft.
Yep.
You know what? I'll let you look it up.
Based off your intelligence, isn't it? It's like an 18 for you. Barely.
Barely.
Yeah, no, you've never heard of anything like that.
Penalty.
18 minus 2 it is.
Oh.
Why is it minus 2?
Because it's complex.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna like, well, that's the thing I'm most worried about. The second thing to be worried about is the 4 catapults that they have there. And
Well,
that there was
whatever
10 men on the wall, and if they're smart, they would probably have a second shift that's just as large as 10 men plus. So that'd be at least 20 men inside the camp.
Yeah. So they're probably there to defend them from monsters. So
And if they didn't need 20 men to man the ship when they left, because
yeah.
the ship is no longer there.
What we need to find out is whether our good guys are inside or not.
Yeah,
There's
there
a
are
few
real
buildings on there.
I don't suppose either of you can turn into a bird or something and fly over.
I don't
No,
think
Yeah.
I have not. I am not a man. I do not know the Duretic art.
Higgimus does have a flying push, a flying Giff. It'd be very noticeable. Actually, no.
If you take
No,
over
no,
one of
wait,
the
wait,
catapults,
wait.
no, if you take over one of the catapults, you could totally have a flying Giff.
I have
Yeah.
the spell fly, so could I make Higgimus fly? But I don't have it memorized.
You got like.
So if you want to wait until tomorrow, we can make someone
If
fly.
we're doing this today.
Yeah, no,
think
what
what
You
I
could
meant
also
was
put an
fly
illusion
over without being seen.
Yeah,
I
put an
think-
illusion on him as well.
Yeah, let's have
You
Lafdul.
got 2 spells.
Well, if you send a gift flying over the base,
Now it's not going to be a Giff.
they're going to shoot at him.
It's going
Yeah,
to be
but
a
not if
flying.
if they don't see him.
Yeah. So if you could make him
Put
invisible as
invisibility
well,
on
yeah.
Oh
Well-
my god.
Well,
Why are we trying to
That
send me
plan.
over the wall?
Well, Higgimus, think about
Give him a
that. If
cape.
you fall into the water, you have your ring. You won't die this time.
This time,
Okay, what did I miss?
Just go
Nothing.
over there like
Nothing.
a flying
they're
swoop.
making the worst plan
Are
ever.
you guys actually being serious or no? What's all that?
I think they're being
Oh, are we,
semi-serious.
Yeldan?
I wasn't paying attention because I was being yacked at for a bit there.
Well, we don't necessarily have to send Higgimus. I was just thinking, is there a way that we can see inside the base at all?
Yep, I have the spell fly, but I don't have it memorized. And if anyone wants to use it, we'll have to wait until tomorrow or later tonight.
I
Yeah,
think I
same
would
with me.
rather
I'd have.
do this sooner than later because they may. The
Are
situation
you saying that you can?
What's what would be the calculation if I want to replace one spell?
4 hours plus.
And I haven't used any spells today. I want to actually replace one.
Well, I mean, you basically cast a spell, and then you have to have your normal 6-hour rest, and then 10 minutes per level to memorize a new one.
Mm.
I'm gonna ask. Don't you have invisibility?
Yeah, I have that. That one I even have memorized, so I could make someone invisible.
Okay, here's
How long does it last?
God, the questions you're asking. Just a moment.
You
Wait,
should know these, like me.
Maybe Old knows by heart.
That brings up a
Perhaps?
plan. and it's up to you guys to tell me if it's stupid or not.
I do know it by heart, but you know, I mean,
if you don't want to say us, then tell us. Then you have to wait until I find it.
Could we make Higgimus invisible and then have him walk into the center of the camp all invisible, and then break invisibility and start killing things as we rush in from the sides?
Well, we haven't confirmed they're bad yet.
There was no signs of that they were slavers or the people that may have captured them.
We can make him invisible, he goes in, and it's up to his discretion if they're slavers or not.
Duration is special. What's special? Until it is magically broken or dispelled.
Yeldan,
do you think the recipient cancels it, until the recipient attacks any creature, or until 24 hours have passed. So there.
Yeldan, you saw the camp, Yeldan. Do you think we could sneak in after dark?
Well, there's only one entrance.
If you want to be invisible, I only have one.
Do we even know if these are bad people?
Yeah. We don't know the bad people.
That's what we need to confirm.
2, there's only one gate in and out. So 3, they're regularly patrolling the walls.
Higgimus can make a gate. We know that from when we went working for the Seeker.
Yeah, but it's not going to be quiet.
You don't want to go in at night, because if one of you is invisible and carries around a torch, the torch will still light the way.
I'll look over at Lafdul. I'll look over towards the elves and be like, "Do you guys even need a lantern?"
No, we don't.
Sort of.
I'll look up. How light is it? How much moonlight are we gonna get? Do I think?
I was thinking about detecting. How far away was that from where we were, Old? How distance? How many yards, vaguely? Is it more than like 150?
Probably. Let me double check something.
So I was looking at detective, and it's got 10 foot by 120 yards.
Give me just a second.
I don't have it memorized. I was just thinking it's a spell.
And Ockar can only do detect evil and.
Oh. If someone could get near to the camp, probably not me, they could listen.
Oh, yeah.
And see if they can hear what the people inside are saying.
What type of armor were the guys on the wall wearing?
You saw and some metallic and non-metallic armor.
Not likely, considering how much stuff they were carrying, and they would be making too much noise. The people on the wall to hear any conversation.
You know, we could always.
And also, how thick was the wall?
You can't really tell how thick the wall was.
Can anyone read lips? I can't.
Nope.
I can.
You can?
Yes.
Where
even at a spyglass, you still need a good sight on someone.
Yeah, well, what about if you two get Lever close enough that she can lip read the guys on the wall?
You're going to throw me over the fence.
I don't think we need to throw anyone.
I could just fly in if you're prepared to wait until tomorrow.
I couldn't really see how many people were inside the camp because of how all the buildings were situated. Trying to read somebody's lips, and that is not going to happen unless some of the guards are talking on the wall.
Why don't we test to see if... here's a potential scenario. What if we were to make a distraction that would cause the guards to leave their post?
No, the best way to do it is to somehow sneak through the front gate, which just... If I remember the patrol routes well enough, I believe there is a time where they're not always at... How are they patrolling again, Ald? Was there always somebody seen
We couldn't tell 40 minutes.
I like the idea of a diversion, but probably only if we're going to have to attack them.
There were two groups patrolling the walls. That does not cover does not include the ones that were stationed at the catapults themselves, and they were always on opposite sides of the wall. So
there is a time when they're
Like-
not at the front gate.
Well, if one would be on the north wall, then one would be on the south wall. If one was on the east wall, then one was on the west wall.
The idea is like no, but that it's possible to sneak in by opening the gate while invisible without actually.
Oh, and
Alerting
one thing
people.
that you didn't specifically ask about, but you would have noticed it, there was clearly a makeshift dock out into the lake.
Real
AKA
quick,
probably have a
Leva?
water landing ship.
Leva,
Yes.
do you have a spell that can help locate a person?
Actually, how about this? Since it is about time to take a break, I was noticing it a while back, and then it slipped my mind.
Yeah, I noticed
Let's go ahead and we can have some of this discussion in between, and we'll come back in about 10 minutes. If you guys have a specific question about spells and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay. So when we come back in at about 2:20.
Okay.
Okay.
Asher, I'll be back in a minute. I need something to drink.
Yeah.